Hello and welcome again to my channel. Today, I will show you, I will teach you how to, how to solve a theory paper from IGCSI ICT. In this case, I will use paper 1 from theory in February-March 2018. Well, for this paper you will have time of 2 hours. And then let's start. I will apply myself with mark scheme to a better a better explanation. Okay, so first, the paper is asking us to complete the following sentence using the items that are shown in this list. Where we have to answer with that, and well, as right here are the answers. For example, with A, that software is designed to manage computer hardware. Well, here is clearly system. Here, well, questions like this you will see in theory paper. Let's continue with question 2. Then, here we have to take the most appropriate device for reading with these methods. So, in this question is asking us to select what reading device is most appropriate for these things. So, for example, for a debit card, it will be a chip and pin reader. For bank checks, it will be magnetic ink character reader, and optical mark reader for a candidate's responses for multi-choice exam questions. A barcode reader for a label on a can of soap. Questions like this you will see. Let's continue. So then we have to continue with question number 3. We have to identify two different uses of 3D printing that could help doctors and patients in hospitals. Here clear information is identify these uses, and here are the most appropriate answers. Just for example, create prosthetics, create dental implants, create customized tablets, and you can see it here. For question 3B, we have to identify the uses of a holographic imaging that could help doctors and patients in hospitals. Here you can here you have spaces to answer, and then we have to identify two of these 3 uses. Just like to create ultrasound images as one could be a possible answer. Create 3D views of our internal organs. It could be clearly a good answer. Now continuing to question 4. CD, DVD, and Blu-ray are types of optical storage media. Well, the thing you have to do is take the most appropriate optical storage medium for each of the statements. Here you can see the answers. CD for store lower quality audio files. has the higher storage capacity here, clearly Blu-ray. Well, the RAM version of this media is used to record and play recorded images, but DVD and high definition or in high definition movies. Blu-ray, it will be clear. And then, for question 5, we have to describe the following file formats: CSV and HTML. Here the possible answers is, well, a casting style sheet, index from file format, used by a web to produce, well, you could use two of any of these. The same with the same with HTML. You can give the description of its. You can give a description of, well, what it means. You can just say that consists of symbols, codes, and, well, it's simple, really. Then, continuing to question number 6. The Chema thought defense agency is concerned about the continued flooding of the Adyar River. You have been asked to produce a full defense model using a spreadsheet to show the normal depth and the actual depth of the river. Part of the defense model is shown. So you have to work with this table. Well, taking account these details, alert when the actual depth is about 2.5 meters, aware when the actual depth is between 1.5 meters and 2.5 meters, safe when the actual depth is below 1.5 meters, error when abnormal data is hindered. Well, so the simple answer you have to use here is at practice. For first 3.4, you have to put here expected result alert. Well, it's because the actual depth is about 2.5 meters, so, well, here aware 1.5 or 2.5, and, well, you have to follow these instructions in order to complete the thing. Then through 6b, for 6b, it's asking us to enter a formula in cell D4. This formula will be replicated down to cell D9. Complete the formula that will be used in cell D4. So here is telling us first that we have to use the if function. And, well, at right, the correct result is if CA is, well, as you can see here, and, well, every part of the function will give you a mark, so it's important to have all. Well, for 6C, one of the users has incorrectly entered actual deep data into cells B to B9 before to B9, rather than cells C4 to C9. Describe how you can amend this spreadsheet to prevent this from happening in the future. As well, here you have to select two ways from this list. As example, select all cells in the spreadsheet, right click and uncheck locked to unlocked cell. Well, it will be you have this list of solutions. Actually, you can plan a lot of solutions to for some of these questions. And well, let's continue. Well, now for point D, it's divided in two parts. 4.6D is divided in two parts. Right. For first part, part of first read the announce part of the flood defense model is shown. Here you have this table to work. You have been asked to produce a graph or chart to show both the normal level and the recorded actual level at each of the bridges along the river. Include a legend and the names of each of the bridges. So first, for 61, here we have to name the most appropriate type of graph or chart to display this data. We have to take into account all of this. Well, I tried the most appropriate type of chart will be a bar chart. Now we have to describe how it could use the spreadsheet software to create the graph or chart. Here are 4 marks. You have to select 4 from highline, select, choose A3 to C9, click insert, select graph or chart, add or create a chart title. Everything of that solution will be fine, and well, here we have other group of solutions as well. Well, they are almost the same in most parts, but well, they are different somewhat. Now, for 9E and end of question 6. Question 6. The data will be collected from the river using a remote computer connected to sensors to measure the data. We have to explain why it's the better method rather than collecting the data manually. It's safer than human measuring it. Well, first you have to select 4. This question is 4 marks, so you have to say 4 of these ones. Well, the possible options will be it's safer than a human measuring the depth of the floor water. It's logical. The human can be killed in the work if it happens something. So this will be an option. Continuous measurement monitoring 24/7 will be other option. But I tried for this type of question. It's better to follow your logic. As well that technology can take the information constantly. It won't forget to take all the recordings that are needed, shares or produced automatically. Well, even it's safe. You can say any of that options. Now we are on question number 7. We have to take 3 most accurate statements regarding computer hardware. of all of this list. And well, the correct results will be RAM is read only memory. Check. A touch screen can be an input device and an output device. Check. The control unit is part of the CPU. Check. Point 7 will be easy as that. Now we have point 8. A company called Hot House Design has produced the following on-screen data entry form to input data into a customer database. As we can see here, it's very simple. It's a minimalist design, but well, it's a little bad. So, for question 8a, we have to describe the change that Hot House Design could make to their form in order to improve its design and make it more user-friendly. Here we have 6 marks, so we have to select 6 of. So we have to say 6 of these. Add more navigation control buttons. Add navigation buttons to make it easier to navigate between pages. Cancel clear button allows the user to clear the form if errors are made. Fill the screen with data at larger font size. You can enter every of these solutions in it's only to think about your knowledge on technology, and well, you will find the answer as well. Think logically. Now we have point B. Well, first say this. Mail merge letters will be sent to customers with this information. We have to describe now how mail merge will be used to produce the letters. Here is totally knowledge of informatics, and well, here we need to know about mail merge to say an answer for this. And well, first we can say, well, this format. So we have to select 4 of these options. As an example, let's start the mail merge, attach the database as the data source, insert appropriate fields, place for, well, basic steps of a mail merge. And well, that will be point. Now continuing to point 9, websites that start HTTPS are secure websites. They use encryptions when the data is transferred. Explain what it means by encryption. Well, here the possible answers you can say. Well, you have to say 3 of. You have to say 3. So here are 5. Here are like 5 possible results that you can say as answer. And then, as examples, crime of data cannot be understood by humans, if intercepted, requires the use of an encryption key, public key to script, and well, you can use anywhere of these options for answer this. Now, passing for question 10, that bytes divided on ABC on different parts. The Mansa Cricket Club MCC is considering setting up an online forum to allow users to post comments. Compare well, point A says us to compare the contrast a moderated form with an unmoderated form. So here the possible we have to select 5 from this, and right answer is 6 marks. 5 of these. Well, a moderated form is checked mainly by a moderator or an instrument administrator. Moderated forms can reduce freedom. We can use any of these possible answers, and well, for well, here is asking us for an unmoderated form to compare. So 1 mark will be for this, and we only have to mention one of these 3 options. Both are discussions, both are interactive websites, both require well some comparisons with details that are different, details that are uh, well similar, and well you have to do it like that. Now point 10b. The cricket club considered other methods of allowing its spectators to comment on the matches. We have to think about the most appropriate method for each of their examples. Interactive cricket club website page that can be viewed. Well, let's see the mark scheme. For wiki, we can say this answer. Well, it's more logically because it comes more logically this. So, an online journal written by the club secretary. This will be a clear blog. Transmission of messages sent directly to the secretary. It will be an email clearly, and well, here you have to use your logic as to answer, and well, it will be really easy for marks, and well, let's continue. Now, the cricket club are designing a poster to publish a match again New Zealand, and they have produced the following poster. The space available for the image is 1.3 centimeters high and 1 centimeter wide, and the image is currently 26 centimeters high by 16 centimeters wide. The image on the right is to be used in a poster, but it's too large. And we have to describe how to edit the image without shopping to fit into the space in the poster. This is a question of 3 marks, and here we have these possible options. We have select the image, click on format. We select aspect ratio. Well, change size to 1.3 centimeters height, 1 centimeter wide. Type is correct measured involved. Like, well, you have all of these solutions to answer. Okay. For finally close with question for question 10, we have 10D. We have to here to say the image used in the poster is copyright free. Explain why copyright legislation is needed for images. Here we have to select on. Here's a question of 2 marks, right? So we have only to select 2 of these ones. They protect the right of the artist, the control when and how his work can be used or copied. This, well, it prevents others from using the image without permission. It's well, it's something easy to write. Now we are on point 11. There are 2 types of documentation: user and technical. We have to take the elements that are part of user documentation, technical documentation, or both. Just we have to follow this table as rightly were in other parts of the exam. Purpose of the system, both technical documentation, program listing, technical documentation. We have to use our logic here. We have to use our logic and knowledge of computers. After this is a question of 5 marks, but then it will be quite easy, I think, because, well, it's knowledge that you have to know to answer this type of exams. Now we have question 12 that's divided on, well, 2 parts. Ananya is a student who is considering buying a new laptop computer. She visits the local store and it offered the choice of a laptop with an internal solid state drive SSD. Damn implementation. Put that mistake. Or a laptop where she can store her data in the cloud. For question 12a, we have to describe the benefit and drawbacks of using an SSD rather than the cloud to store her data. This is a question of 6 marks, and, well, we have to for benefits we can select most of these options. SSD is a physical storage device in the laptop, therefore is present at all times. The cloud is external of the laptop. For save benefits, we have all of these options. For drawbacks, it will have only selection of options as have some method of transfer need, extra storage can be set automatically on the cloud, or SSD is a fixed size. Well, here we have all these options. And for question 12b is telling us that Anya is planning to invite her friends to the local cinema and is going to send them an email. Then for this question, the only thing we have to do is explain why she used an email group to do this. Well, we have 3 marks, so we have to answer 3 of all these options. That we can answer that this allows her to type, enter one email and send it to all her friends at the same time, only typing, entering the name of the group. And, well, this will be like a really short list of answers that um, you can keep fun. Well, let's continue with question 13. A school has a computer room containing some laptops and some desktop computers. The head teacher must consider safety issues. We have to identify of their issues, and for each one write down a method which will help the head teacher minimize the risk. Well, each method must be different in each case. This is an important part of the question. For we have to okay. Here we have to be very specific. So we have to know about it. And well, for us, well, the issues at right will be one use CO2 first. Well, fire, crying over trailing cables, injuries caused by heavy equipment falling off tables. Well, here we have the different solutions we can use. We have to only use one of these. Well, finally, for question 14 of this paper, it's telling us that Ocean City is a port which handles a large number of shipping containers. Containers are automatically transferred between ships, storage areas, and loads at the port. The whole system is operating by robots. We have to discuss the benefits and drawbacks of using robots in this type of operation. This question is most important because it has 8 marks. Well, here we have different levels of answer as well. For we have to be excellent, so I will only read level 3 as right. Candidates will address both the benefits of using robots and the drawbacks of using robots. A discussion of each aspect and comparisons made with humans workforce, the benefits and drawbacks of using a human workforce will be explained. The issues raised will be justified. There will be expansion of each of the point made. Well, we have to explain all of this well argumentated. As right, this is the most difficult question, and well, you need to answer. You need to have a great answer in this question. So thank you guys. This was my explanation for for a theory paper as well. So thanks for watching.